Welcome to Buckeyes Tomorrow Morning for Saturday, August 15th. I'm your host, Tom Orr. The Ball State game in 21 days, the game against Michigan in 105 days. We're sponsored today by our friends at Jeff Ruby's Columbus, proudly offering nationally acclaimed USDA prime steaks, seafood and sushi, impeccable service, live entertainment, and an attention to detail that is simply unmatched. Just go to jeffruby.com/Columbus to check out the menu and make a reservation today. All right, a couple quick notes before we get started. Number one, on Saturday, right around noon or so, maybe a little beforehand, we will have the Ryan Day press conference for you following practice. Should be some interesting stuff to hear from him. We'll have probably an instant reaction show, I would guess, as well immediately after that. You can find that all on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@BuckeyeInsiders, and of course at BuckeyeInsiders.com as well. Something else you can find at BuckeyeInsiders.com right now. Tony Gerderman had a really interesting report on Friday about a true freshman taking a big step forward, and this is not someone we've talked about a lot before. So this is not Legend Bay or Jay Timmons or Brock Boyd or Chris Henry Jr. This is someone else on the defensive side of the ball who was repping in a spot where you would not have expected to see him during practice on Friday. That is on our Insiders board. A report from Friday's closed practice. Tony had some great inside information there. If you are not signed up, this would be a great time to do it because this is not the first time we've had some great information from inside a closed practice this week. So you want to know what's really going on with the Ohio State football team, that is a place to do it. Sign up today at BuckeyeInsiders.com. All right, so on today's show, I want to let you hear from a couple guys on the defensive line. You're going to hear from three different guys, really mostly from two guys. There's one clip at the end that I just thought was kind of funny, and so I shared that in there as well. But two guys who transferred to Ohio State from Alabama, defensive tackle James Smith, defensive end Qua Russaw. So we're going to start with James Smith. These two guys have been friends for a long time, going back to when they were in high school. Then they played together in high school. They worked out together in high school. Then they went to Alabama together. And then when they went in the portal, they went in the portal together. And they ended up going to Ohio State together. So we'll start with James Smith and just what it's like to be doing all of this stuff with his good friend, Qua Russaw.
Very special because, it's like my roommate. We basically do everything together, so it's very special to really have somebody on my side to really understand me and know me from a long time, so he understand or know me when I'm getting in my head too much or he getting in his head too much, or we can just pity-pat off that, or we need to get up at this time, you need to get up, be here, stuff like that.
When they went in the portal after last season, was there any thought of those two guys maybe going to different places?
Yeah, it was in the process. It definitely thought we were going different places. But when we came here, we was doing all our visits together, but it was one place he was like, cool, I can see you here, and I can see me here. And he yeah, but and this side, because you got to take your good with your bad, because every place is not going to be good. You're not going to have even places. You got to take the wins off. And this place just evened up for both of us. We had both what we wanted to do, and it was just positive. It was great.
Anytime you've talked to a guy who has played football in the South, you always got to ask him about the weather. So in the winter, the question is, boy, isn't it cold out there? In the summer, it's not quite as hot out there as it was down in Tuscaloosa. So is the fall camp weather any better in Columbus than it was in Tuscaloosa?
I don't know what they say. I feel like it all feel the same to me. You go out there, you run around for a couple of hours, you're going to feel the exact same every day. You feel me? It's going to hit the same. So it feel like the same heat.
78 feels like 98 when you're out there.
What? You out there with the helmet on and water, everything flying. It's just a great feeling because I feel like it's a moment that you really got to hone in on, because I feel like you really want to get these moments back, these hard moments, because we can really sit back and talk about that when we back in the day, hey, remember those, you know what I'm saying, those hard times. So
James Smith is someone who the Buckeyes are talking about as potentially being a pretty significant piece of the defense this fall, maybe being a little bit of a leader on that defense as well. Is that something that James Smith really feels?
I necessarily wouldn't even say that, man. I'm just trying to do whatever for the team, bro. Whatever my guys need from me, day in and day out. And I know, I tell my young guys, I need you to look. When you look at me, when I leave here, I need you to understand what it's supposed to look like. So you can tell them, nah, because I seen it this way, and this right here worked. So what James did, and I seen how I need to do the same thing, leaving, Coach had to say, leaving the jersey in a better place than when you came in. When you came in, leaving the jersey in a better place.
Anytime you talk to guys on the defense, they are quick to tell you about how great their relationship with defensive coordinator Matt Patricia is. So, all right, James Smith, how often do you talk to Matt Patricia?
Every day. We get out at 9. I'm here at 10:30, talking with Coach P. We watching film, watching Bro, we watching Jalen. We watching everything. We just watching NFL. We go from college to NFL, back to college. Then we watch the NFL, and it's like it's plays that you already seen, but it's like it's that repetition of seeing it over and over and over, and that really helps. I didn't really understand that.
Sometimes it takes guys a little while to get acclimated to life in Columbus or life on a new team. He was pretty serious this spring, but now it feels like he's sort of starting to come out of his shell. You're seeing his personality a little bit more this summer. Is James Smith feeling a little more comfortable as a Buckeye now?
I wouldn't necessarily say it was hard. It just I feel like coming in was like kind of about a respect thing. I feel like respect is not earned, is given. I mean, respect is not given, is earned. So I come in, I wasn't expected to give get anything. I didn't expect nobody like to, oh, I'm James, so you supposed to give me this, you supposed to feel this way about me. I want to come in and earn it by my work. So you see what I do. So it's like when I say something, it's like, okay, I seen what he has done. So I can kind of listen to him. I give him some grace. And me just having conversations with my teammates, talking to everybody, no matter walk on anybody, talking to them, understand, let them know you're my teammate no matter what. End of the day, I'm with you. So that's all I got. You know what I'm saying? And understand that just brought us closer together.
And Jeremiah Smith told Dan Hope of 11 Warriors last month that James Smith is the funniest guy on the team. So is that something that James Smith agrees with?
I would definitely agree. I'm the more like talkative, funny guy. Like it's some real funny guys on the team that quiet though. You gotta really just catch them when I say I connect with everybody. So it's like people you really wouldn't necessarily think is funny, they're funny to me. So like I probably put somebody else above me, but like yeah, I say me.
Who would your pick be?
My pick would be probably Jason Moore. And he's so quiet, like you wouldn't even think it. Like he's just quiet every day. He'll just look at you like, or Grady or Zion, great bro. It's just every day, but it's like just a positive energy, you know, like yeah.
All right, so now from James Smith to Qua Russaw. Qua Russaw is just one of a number of guys who has made that trip from Tuscaloosa to Columbus over the last few years. Caleb Downs, Julian Sayin, James Smith, and now Qua Russaw as well, among others. Seth McLaughlin. Is there a pipeline from Tuscaloosa to Columbus?
I mean, I wouldn't say pipeline. It's a great place to come to get developed. You know, you got Coach Patricia, Coach Day, Coach Nick Mirati. It's a great place to learn ball, to get ready to play for the next level. And I would say, like, we just got all the right people around here to help us out.
You heard James Smith earlier talking about the fact that he wasn't sure if he was going to go to the same school as Qua Russaw this cycle or not. And it wasn't, if you ask Qua Russaw, a sure thing by any means that Qua Russaw was going to end up coming to Columbus.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I left here, I was kind of like, I don't know if I don't want to go here. I went to visit Tennessee and Notre Dame. And then, like, after talking to the coaches there, I kind of, like, knew, like, Coach Patricia, like, have had a lot of guys, like, at the outside linebacker position, and he's smart enough, like, to move everybody around. So, like, yeah, I was like, got to be the best fit, yeah.
So what was it that Qua Russaw wasn't quite sold on right away when he came to Ohio State?
I'm from the South, like, so, like, just looking at, like, coming out of high school, like, I saw, like, all they had was, like, 6'6" guys, 6'7", like, ends, big ends. So, like, with Coach Patricia, he got different packages, and so he moved people around, so that's why, yeah.
Russaw's kind of got an interesting role on this year's team where he's working with Larry Johnson, the defensive line coach, but he's not a hand-in-the-dirt defensive end. He's really kind of the one guy who's a little bit in the middle between the linebackers and the defensive end. So what kind of role could we maybe see him in?
I say coming in on third down, the buck position, pass rushing. And I say Okie package, playing the outside linebacker.
As I mentioned, he has just been with Larry Johnson in the defensive line the whole time. So what has it been like after being a linebacker at Alabama to sort of try and get up to speed with working with the defensive line at Ohio State?
The standard here is pretty high. Like, Coach Day got us running to the ball. That standard is high. So, like, just competing every day, coming out here trying to do our job to the best of abilities. And, like I said, just soaking up all the stuff Coach Day give us. And even Keanu, like, he been here for a minute. He give us, like, tools and different stuff to use.
And then Russaw was, of course, asked about his friendship with James Smith and why those guys are so close.
I mean, we went to the same high school. We trained at the same facility. We was kind of with each other every day. And, like, we know what we're looking for, like in coaches, and we both want to get to the next level.
Last thing, this is always interesting when you talk to guys from other schools, especially other really successful schools like Alabama, about Ohio State's culture and what's maybe different about it and what it's really about to be part of the Ohio State football program.
That's actually interesting because like when I was on a visit, Coach Dave was like, if you come in here for NIL to get to the next level and go to the win the national championship, you're here for the wrong thing. He want everybody on the team to mess together. He wanted the brotherhood here strong, and for us like all to be on the same page.
Finally, just one more, and this is John Walker, who transferred defensive tackle from UCF to Ohio State. And this is really just kind of a funny exchange I thought you guys might enjoy a little bit. It is between Bill Landis of the Bill and Doug Show and John Walker, who, as I mentioned, was the transfer defensive tackle from UCF to Ohio State. And, you know, sometimes when you're at a new program, guys will gain weight or lose weight as they're sort of reforming themselves and they're part of a new training program at a new school. So Bill somewhat innocently asked Walker if he was maybe a little lighter than he had before. Walker had a great response.
Than you have in the past?
A lot lighter?
Yeah, weight-wise?
No, sir.
No, you just look like you're in pretty prime shape.
You line up in front of me, you find out.
I think I'd lose.
So there you go. Do not get in John Walker's way and do not suggest that John Walker looks a little lighter than he did last year. So that's good advice for you. Thanks to Bill for saving us all that lesson. If you guys enjoyed that show, make sure you check us out at BuckeyeInsiders.com. We have a lot of coverage from inside fall camp this week. We're going to have some bonus shows coming up in the next couple days as well. Let you hear a little bit more from Matt Patricia, a little bit more from Arthur Smith. And again, of course, we will have that Ryan Day press conference for you on Saturday. But if you want to go really deep with the Ohio State football team, the way to do it is to become a member at BuckeyeInsiders.com. That's where we got Tony and I covering the team as your team insiders. We've got Chuck Maletti. He is your recruiting insider. Marcus Hartman, he is your basketball insider. Ross Fulton, Michael Pettit, they are your scheme insiders. We have it covered from every different direction. And really, the biggest selling point there, really, really fun and active community on the Insiders Board, presented by Jeff Ruby's Columbus. Lots of great information that we can share there that we can't necessarily always share on these podcasts. So if you want to know what's going on inside those closed practices, that is the place to be. You can sign up today at BuckeyeInsiders.com. And thanks again to our friends at Jeff Ruby's Columbus, the award-winning upscale steakhouse in downtown Columbus, named one of the top 50 steakhouses in America by Food Network. Just go to jeffruby.com/Columbus to check out the menu and make a reservation today. That will do it for today. Thank you guys all for joining us. Have a great day. We will talk to you tomorrow.